Hi guys, Forger. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Victorian English court sword. Pretty cool. With the sword knot and a partial scabbard. For a little bit of context, if you guys don't know, I buy and sell antiques, mostly swords, and I sell them on eBay, so if you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description to my eBay page. This is actually listed in there. And the topic of today's video, not only will I be covering this sword, but also the topic is handedness of swords and how to tell. So this comes to me from a person who messaged me on eBay about this sword, and I'm not calling them out or anything. I just thought of like a good video idea, so I figured I'd share it all with you. So this is a Victorian era, you can tell by the cipher right on here, the VR, and then there's also a cipher right here as well. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, so with this sword, this is actually a left-handed sword, and you can tell that by these. So first of all, if you want to be able to tell the handedness of the sword that you have to look at the entire sword, not just like, you know, one element, because it can get confusing pretty quickly. But with this, so we want to look at the hilt, the blade, and the scabbard if there is one. So let's take a look. So with our hilt right here, you see that the knuckle bow is on the, well, it's going to be on your guys' left-hand side, but yeah, so the knuckle bow is going this way, and the thing that distinguishes the sides to this is this guard right here, this I would call half clamshell guard. You can see this is clearly the back of the sword. This is the part that's going to sit against your uniform, and so this is, it's you know, so it's not going to rub as much as this side would, and this is the decorated side. So this is the side that's going to sit facing everyone, and this is the side that's going to sit facing your uniform. So with that being said, let's just remove the scabbard for a second here and take a look at the sword. So let's say I'm right-handed, so obviously I'm going to use a sword and draw a sword with my right hand. So if I were to grab this sword, obviously you can tell once I flip it up, the side facing outwards is the inside of the sword. And so we can tell that this is a left-handed sword because you want the fancy side facing out, and so I would have to have that on my right-hand side, and I would have to grab it with my left. But I am right-handed, and so if I have it on this side, I'd be grabbing the knuckle guard. So yeah, this is clearly made for a left-handed user. Draw just like that. And then another observation is the scabbard. Some scabbards you can accidentally put the sword in incorrectly. This is one of the ones that you can easily do that because it's the same, and the blade is the same on both sides. And so with other swords, you want to look at the, for at least small swords and court swords in particular, and a lot of other swords, you have this little knob right here. This is actually attaches to a frog that you would have on your belt or bandolier. And so this is always going to be facing out because you want it facing out so it clips into that little frog, that little hole. You can actually hear, I'll show you. So this is a frog, this is a velvet court frog. You can see the button, that little button right here pops out of this little hole right here, and this sits on the outside. If you do it the other way, it wouldn't button in because there's no button on that side. So yeah, so that's another way to tell which hand the sword belongs in. And yeah, I'll give you some examples. So let's say what hand does this sword belong in? Well, it is made for a right-handed person. So you can kind of tell the guard, this is a half guard, it is slanted towards, so when you have a guard, you want it slanted and more towards the arm that you're going to be using it in, your dominant hand, because it's going to be covering more of your arm. So when you have it out, it's going to be blocking more of your arm, so it's going to be less likely for the opponent that you're facing to be able to see your movements and what you're doing with your arm back here, because you can hide a lot of your movements behind your guard right here, and you can come at them. So but yeah, you want to keep it nice and tucked in, essentially. So that's why the guard is, I mean, you have full dish guards sometimes, they're on both sides, but more often than not, they're half guards, and so they're for your dominant hand. If I put this in my left hand, it is no longer covering my knuckles and my arm. So yeah, it doesn't have as good as protection as it does when it's in the dominant hand, which is what this sword was made for. By the way, this is a George the Sixth era English infantry officer's saber. So this is Queen Elizabeth II's father. That's this era. So, but yeah. So that's an example of a very clearly right-handed sword. If I go over here, I actually have the exact same sword, but the other hand. So this is the left-handed one, and this is the right-handed one. So you can see I can put them on both sides, and the knuckle guard will be facing the opposite way. So that's another easy way to tell. But yeah, it's essentially the same sword, obviously. Very slight variations. This is just to protect the inside wrapping, which has come loose just like this one. This is William IV, so this is Victoria's uncle, who was king before her. So yeah, very, very similar, similar swords. Yeah. All right, next I will talk about symmetric guards. So what is symmetric guards? Basically, this is ambidextrous. So this is an example of an ambidextrous sword. You can clip it on either side of your body and be able to pull with either hand, because this has a simple cross guard, and so it's not going to be, you know, the guard is the same on either side. And for reference, this is a U.S. Marines saber. This is a Marmaluke style saber for a U.S. Marine. Very much like this one, just got it. But yeah, this is an example of symmetric guards. This is ambidextrous. Another example of ambidextrous, this is a French gilt-hilted small sword. Just got this one. This is also, it might be listed on the eBay page, but as of filming this, I haven't listed it yet, but it will be. This is a French gilt-hilt small sword from, I would say, the mid 18th century, I would say. And this is a symmetrical guard, and so it could be used in both hands, my right and my left. So yeah, it's because there's no, you know, one face that is different than the other. They're symmetrical, and so they can be used on both. One last example, this is a cut steel hilted, this is, I believe this one is for sale, so this one is a George V era, I believe, yeah, George V era. This is a cut steel small sword for court dress, and this is an example of a right-handed sword. It is not left-handed because, again, if I put it on this side, then this is going to be facing this way, just like this, and then I will be grabbing the knuckle bow instead of the hilt. And so this is, and then also The little cut steel knob right here is on the outside as well. And it is a triangular section blade, and so there's only one way, and the top of the triangle is always going to be facing out. So this is a right-handed sword, as you see right there. But yeah, this one is also for sale. It's actually part of a court suit set. You can check out my earlier videos. I did an unboxing of it, but it belongs with the set, so it's not sold separately, unfortunately. But I do have this one. This will be our last example for today to take a look at. Let's go ahead and try to decipher what hand this sword belongs in. So let's look at our points. So we have the hilt. Let's see. So we have the similar guard from earlier. This is clearly the more decorative side right here with the cut steel elements and the shell right here. And we also have this chain. It's not really a knuckle bow, it's a chain. And we have this cross guard section right here. A little confusing, but simple enough. So we take a look at the scabbard and the blade. It is a triangular section, so the top of the triangle is always going to be facing out. And our scabbard has mounts on it. And so let's take a look. If we were to mount this on our belt, let's see, hold it right there. How does it want to hang? It wants to hang like this. And so these are always going to be on the top. These little rings right here. This is always going to be on top to dangle the sword off your belt. And so those are always going to be facing up towards the sky. And so it's going to hang just like this. And so using all that data, we have the shell on the outside. We have our rings facing up. And then we have our knuckle bow. This is our knuckle bow. This is going to be facing to our left because this is a right-handed sword. So we can grab it with our right. We can technically grab it with our left, but imagine this being a knuckle bow. We would be grabbing the knuckle bow again. And so, yeah, it's just, this is a right-handed sword. So, yeah, this one is also for sale. This one is separate. So I know people often look for cut steel hilted small swords. I know high sheriffs still wear them. So this one is for sale on my eBay page. You can check it out. All these will be for sale. And I'm also getting a shipment of 8 more swords. So keep a lookout for an unboxing video of that, and also check the eBay page for updates to that. I'll be slowly adding them in once I get them and get them cleaned up a little bit, and I'll be making more videos for you guys just like this. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned to the channel. I hope to do more videos like this in the future. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I always love to talk about swords, so please let me know. But again, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.